Hello everyone, I hope you had a good bank holiday weekend and enjoyed a lot of the sunshine. I'm back with the next chapter of Hamish and the Worldstoppers. So in chapter 26 we found that the PDF had managed to recruit lots and lots of children that they discovered were pause walkers also, and this included Grenville and Robin. So, chapter 27, Training Day. Hamish wandered around the clearing proudly while the kids set to work. They'd filled Grenville and Robin in as gently as they could. Grenville had taken it remarkably well, and once he'd stopped fainting and being sick everywhere, Robin even managed to nod once or twice before being sick and fainting again. Grenville had also worked something out, which wasn't like Grenville at all. "My mum," he said gently. "She must have been taken and returned. I want her back to how she was, before she swapped all my toys for a book about tractors. She used to be good, Hamish. I did too." Hamish was pleased Grenville was here. He'd seen a different side of him lately, and not just his backside. He was even more pleased that Grenville had found a reason to fight. No child deserves to be made to read a book about tractors, not even you. Meanwhile, the rest of the pause walkers had split into different groups for what Buster called pause preparation. Group A was pause protection packers, or PPPPs. Special duties to collect and distribute necessary supplies for the pause protection packs, or PPPs, including hot sauce and hygiene gel, their prime products, or PPs. Group leader, Elliot. Group B is pause poses, or PPs as well. Special duties to learn various poses like laughter or happiness that can be used during the pause to trick the terribles. Pause walkers are encouraged to develop their own personal primary pause walker pause pose, known as a PPPPP. Group leader, Buster. Group C, pause physical prowess progression, PPPP for short, just like the other PPPP, but obviously quite different from the PPs, the PPP, and of course the PPPPP. I hope you're making notes. Special duties, incredible battle techniques, and awesome self-defense moves. Group leader, there was only one man for the job, Grenville. It was vital that every pause walker was trained in each. It was no good knowing your PP if you didn't know your PPP. And if you didn't know your PPP, then how could we be certain you knew your PPPP? Or your PPPPP? Hamish suddenly needed a pee. But first, he walked with Alice from group to group, watching them learn. He felt pure pride, or PP. The only kid who didn't seem to be joining in was Dexter. He sat off to one side, staring at the ground, looking a little green around the gills. "Okay," shouted Buster in front of his small gathering. "Let's say the pause happens during a happy time. I want you to freeze on your best happy faces." Here's some pictures of what they're doing. All the kids made happy faces and stood perfectly paused. "Okay, now let's say the pause happens during a period of subtle unrest tinged with sadness and yearning. Give me your best subtle unrest tinged with sadness and yearning faces." Next, they moved to the PPPP, kids learning battle techniques. "Let's try the Mexican foot stamp one more time," shouted Grenville, who was now in his element. "And after the Mexican foot stamp, we're going for the Chinese tongue pull. Buster tells me the terribles have great thick wiry hair on their tongue warts, perfect for grabbing a clump of." And there they all are, doing their moves. As they wandered on, Hamish noticed two small figures standing in the darkness, shadowed by leaves at the side of the clearing. It was Scratch Tuft and Mole Stunk. They'd been grounded for days and were holding hands. They seemed nervous to approach. After all, Hamish looked to be in charge, and maybe he was still mad at them. "Come in, girls," he said kindly. "You could be handy. In fact, remember that thing you two always do where one of you kneels down behind somebody and the other one pushes them over? I need you to teach us that, and also that thing you do where you break wind and then somehow catch it in your hand." The girls smiled, relieved. Either they were happy to be included or they'd just broken wind again. "OK, remember," shouted Alice, "according to the graph that Mr. Bodfish helped us with, the next pause is due at 3 p.m. today. It should last around 29 minutes and 29 seconds. We need to work fast. We need to work well, because after today's pause, there will only be one more before," she paused for dramatic effect, "the final event." Everyone knew they had quite some arranging to do. This had to work. Because, after all, even your future might very well depend on it.